Hey, Mike, got a question. You need to come off mute.
I certainly do.
Okay. How do I make this into a pull request?
Um,
I thought I checked it in and I expected a request to make it a pull.
so it will pop up that for you if you go to the page shortly after you push the branch, but if you've pushed the branch already
Yeah.
and you let it sit, then it's not going to pop that up for you.
And
So, can you
okay.
scroll up?
You're on the branch?
Yeah, so go to pull requests,
Yeah, there you go.
do new pull request, and
There.
that way you could do it manually if that
Oh,
that
okay.
pop
Yeah.
up for you. And then yeah, you pick the second drop down, the compare is set that to whatever your branch that you want to bring in is. I think it was fix 87.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've always done it so quickly. So
Yeah.
okay, so how do I make so is it now a pull request?
Uh, then hit view pull request.
Do I have to okay. So I have
Yeah. Yep, there you go.
okay, so wait, when I clicked it before, it became a pull request, and now I'm just viewing it. Do I have to click the view pull request to make?
You,
Oh,
it already did.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're done. It's now a pull request.
I don't see it.
Yeah, go to the top.
Right there.
It's right there. It's that top one you just
Bye-bye.
made. Oh, no, it isn't. Hit refresh.
Huh? Huh?
Oh, that's weird.
Uh,
Huh. Hit.
is that not it? I mean, it says 32 minutes ago, but is that not what he just created? No.
No, I created one for 78, and then now I want to create one for 87.
Oh, try. All right, try again then.
Wait, new pull request?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should just be, branch and you're done. Yeah, compare.
Oh, it's probably telling you you already have a pull request for it. Change align
Oh, yeah, yeah.
records. Yeah, okay, so
Yeah.
hit view. So it's pull request 105. Apparently you already opened a pull request for this at some point. That's why it's saying view and not create
Yeah.
because
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So it should be 105, which is
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah. It is that. Yeah. It's that top one. It is 105E. So you already had one open. That's why.
Okay, so if I want to do, so do I have one for 87? Okay, why don't we go through this thing? So this is just to, when we go through it and approve it. So this is just to align with the issue. So the issue was that I think the service Redfish had this construct, Redfish service had this construct, and baseline had this construct. And he says, can we just bottom out on one of them? So I just dragged this construct into this construct, which is basically this read requirement and write requirement can be mandatory. That's the only change between these two. So we back that up. We see. So that's a change. So these two now should be identical and aligned. Any issues with that, Mooch?
Can you go back to it? can you just go back to files change? Um, I'm sorry, what was the issue? And
Oh,
I'm slow today, sorry.
oh, don't worry. You know, I just started looking at this and said, you know, I should really take care of all this stuff. So this is a complaint on baseline 1.1,
Mhm.
and it's constructed like this. It says, okay, but you know, if this Jeff Otter's new reference service baseline has a different construct,
Mhm.
right? And can we just align to one construct? Because eventually the baseline is going to point to service. And as a matter of fact, that was his
Oh,
last
but
question.
today, I think it's making those other properties mandatory, which I thought they didn't want. I think we need to have it as if implemented.
Okay.
Yeah, I think his recommendation was wrong because I don't think it addresses the issue.
Okay, go look at this issue.
All right, so because he's complaining about notify IPv6 scope, notify multicast, notify TTL is required. Can
Mhm.
we change it to be recommended or optional?
Okay, then do we have to go fix this also?
Yeah,
Okay,
because
so
they apparently they don't support the automatic notifications, which is allowed by SSDP. There's two parts to SSDP. One is accepting msearch requests from an external user, and then there's also the asynchronous, maybe depending on how you configure it, every 10 minutes I need to broadcast in a live message to all the listeners. And that latter part, um, that needs to be if implemented. I think all of these need to be if implemented, to be honest.
okay, so why is it this as optional in SSTP object available?
Because they don't have it
Oh,
implemented.
okay, got it.
So
Okay,
I
so
mean I think that their intent is they don't want to implement properties that are not applicable to their product. I get that. Because do you want to show things like notify multicast interval seconds if you don't even support the asynchronous notifications? It does not make sense to implement that property. So
okay,
I think it needs to be
so
marked up as if implemented.
so we need all three of these if implemented.
Yes.
Okay, we need to modify that in both the baseline and breakfast service, right? Because
That sounds correct.
um, Jeff, you agree you're gonna make the change for breakfast service?
I mean, did we already do this? No? Is this a new, I mean,
Well,
sorry,
this
hold the,
can you do you want me to take a look at breakfast service?
well, no, that's where I was going.
Oh, okay. Because he shows you as a clip from breakfast service. I don't think it's changed.
Okay, all right, so that's what he's got it from. Okay. Uh,
Okay, change. Add review requirement to where do I start.
Okay, yes, yes, as of now, if you implement SSDP, then the notify, those 3 notify properties are all required.
Okay, so we're gonna make the change in both.
So we're gonna make, we're gonna make those if implemented then.
Okay. Okay, so we don't have to fix that pull request. And Mick is in here. I think this is yours, Jeff.
Yeah, that was that was for another issue similar. Well, no, that's not a similar thing. This was just a bug.
Right? Do you want me to go to the issue or just to fix?
No, it was just that this is kind of a cut and paste copy pasta error of, well, if you
Yes.
you don't need there is no prefix links for static addresses because that's
Oh, yeah. I
so
remember this.
it was copying the block of an IPv6 address. But they're like, no, you shouldn't have those other fields for for static addresses.
Any issues? Okay, done. Yeah, what are pull requests?
Why is this not merged? I'm sorry, John, I was confused. Like, where is this at? Hold on. On that previous issue, I already made that change. Oh, fix 87. Is that?
No, we just merged it. You want me to go back to it?
No, is that? I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out where this is. Uh, did I not create a pull request? I'm sorry, John. I'm looking at where the.
No, this is yeah, reference source.
Yeah, no. That one's fine. I'm talking about the previous one because I'm like this SSDP thing sounded really familiar, and the answer is I already did the fix for it, but there's not. Where am I seeing this?
Where are you looking?
Well, I thought I was looking in the same place, but it's pulling this from like my clone. Well, here, let me just create a pull request because it's not there. It's not. There's nothing. Right?
Okay, so the official repository doesn't have it, but your version does have it.
All right. Well, here, let me create this. Ugh, okay, now that all right, I'm very
This
confused
one?
how that wasn't there. There it is. Okay. And if you don't believe me, you can look at the commits. It's back in September.
So why is the right requirement mandatory?
Well, if you have those fields, then they're supposed to be writable, right? That's the
Yeah. And I think the way the spec is written is, um, write requirement is ignored if the
Yes.
property is not implemented. So
Correct.
Okay. Any issues with this change? All I can say is you're fast, Jeff.
That's why I'm sorry. That's why I was confused. I'm like, I remember this issue, and I'm like, why would I not fix that?
Okay.
I did. It's 6
No
months.
issues with the.
It just didn't push. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's it. This is still open. Oh, DCO. What's the change?
I think we want to make write requirement mandatory based on what we just talked about.
Right. So
Yeah, keep recommended for read and then mandatory for write.
okay, so can I add a comment directly in here? Let's put okay, so we'd have to wait for another month to get this done. So any other changes? I just changed that to mandatory. Okay. In that case. Because I'd like to get 1.1 done and closed up so I can get it approved by the harbor management project. I think that's it for harbor management profile. Yeah, good, okay. Done with pull requests, on the issues. Mike. Oh, let's go to this guy. Oh, another one. I didn't understand this request. Why did we want to remove it? Because it seems like it's not being implemented in OpenBMC.
Uh,
And
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah, because they didn't implement it, and it's, well, if you don't have a status to report, you could still fill in something to make your users happy. It's, you implement the resource, show, and if the thing is just always on, show it's enabled and health is okay, and be done with it.
Yeah. So this is definitely that that I hate to say gray area, but that's the status and health stuff is very much in that goes against the general rule of thumb of we don't want you to make up data. If you don't support something, don't make a property for it. But for something as fundamental as status, the not having it seems like you're more likely to break stuff that were thing that people expect to see, a general status for things. But as Mike said, like, well, if you don't if there's nothing you can do other than report that it's fine, or if you can't disable it, then then that information is it accurate? Well, it should be. If you can't talk to the thingy, then you should be able to say that I can't talk to it, right?
So we're okay with, so his buses.
Well, so the question is, I mean, and I think we've had this question before on Ethernet interface because if this is like a host NIC and if the BMC doesn't have any has nothing other than effectively PCI presence or whatever to say that yeah, there's an adapter there or there's a PCI device there, but other than that, I don't have any information about the past boot time. Is it okay for them to just show it without having the status? I think that's a valid question.
Sorry, I think we've already had this discussion.
We've absolutely had this discussion
So
before.
we had it, yeah, I just didn't see this part of it, so I have to just go take care of it. Sorry, guys. So I think this one's assigned, let's open. Oh, this goes to baseline. Okay, and then, Mike, did you want to talk about this, or is this you're gonna deal with
No,
Mecca?
I need to talk with Mick offline about that. Let me make a note to ping him again. Sorry, I didn't ping him the first time. I need to make a note again to ping him.
I understand.
Ah,
Okay, in that case, I think we're done with issues. Yes,
Thanks for merging the Ethernet poll.
yeah.
I assume that was done because there were no comments, or
Yeah.
Okay.
Use case type. Do we look this issue already? Oh, it's already fixed. Okay, I'll go resolve this. Okay, I think we're done with pull requests and issues. So as far as getting this stuff presented into the other work streams, so we had a list of who was going to engage who. So I need to get baseline 1.1 done. So
do all of these need to go through management before they go through hardware management before they go to the other work streams?
nope. Well, since Jeff is here, he can answer. But my thought is it should go through the requisite work stream first because they're supposed to have all the SMEs, right? And once it's approved by them, then Jeff, do you want hardware management to approve, or do you want them notified?
I don't really have a strong opinion on it because it's work that's been done in the group. But does anyone else care other than the folks here?
Well, the only thing I could think of is for hardware management to say whether the profile has been tested. I mean, we have,
Yeah.
presuming, right, they're gonna look at the hardware, the user's guide, right? And they're gonna review it and this is, it's great. And then it's gonna come to hardware management. And hardware management needs to, is the only one that can bless that the user's guide and the profile are in sync.
Mhm.
Because that's what we're gonna warrant when we take to the steering committee. So in order for hardware management project to make that claim, does it need to go at least have this profile tested? No, to say it's been run in some situation.
I mean, it would certainly be reasonable to say that this.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said, before we do baseline, we can run baseline in op lab to say, yeah, we run it because we'd
Yeah, we
look
can do
really
that.
bad if the profile keeled over.
Right. I mean, so, but for the other ones, I mean, I guess, we have to take it's like take a mock-up and run the mock-up server and point the validator to that to get through it. I'm not,
That's why I included all my mock-ups to prove
Yeah.
the
right. So we can certainly do it. And it's certainly not unreasonable to say that, because it would be bad if there was something wrong with the profile. Uh,
Yeah, for what's worth, I do the same thing too. I use the mockup as a test vehicle for testing the profile to make sure I'm getting things reported right.
Okay, so the hardware management project can say it's necessary, it's sufficient, right, to test this against a mockup.
yes.
That goes part of my own day-to-day development. You need to unit test what you're writing, so that's just part of the unit test process, unless we want to get this all automated. Ooh,
Not yet.
ooh.
Anytime you want to do it, go right ahead. So
we've talked about profile generation from mock-ups.
Well, I was thinking about running the profiles through some GitHub CI against mockups that are cached in GitHub and giving you test reports.
that is the nice part is set.
So John, let me offer you this. When I have some free time, I can go do something like that.
That would be wonderful.
Uh,
Just remember that's conditional when I have some free time.
I understand that. You're not planning to have any kids anytime soon.
What is free time? Is this when your company no longer
yeah.
pays you? Is that when you're free?
That might be the case.
Mike is the.
Okay, so
Is that not
Well,
do we not have the, I mean, would it be easier to, and I said not easier, the validator tool could, I mean, now I think you can, obviously you go point that to a mock-up server. Should we just make the profile validator be able to run against a mock-up as a flat, as a file system instead of a.
good. I mean, for me, when I'm testing this, running a mockup server is trivial. So
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not difficult. So.
and even automating that in GitHub is also trivial. So
Okay. Well, let's go
I
that
mean,
way.
we could spend some time to support that type of testing in the tool, but I I don't need to at this point, to be honest. I do see value in it, but if I had to pick and choose my battles right now, that's probably not one of them.
okay, so until that wonderful day comes, Jeff has set a precedent of including his mockups in the so should that be a bar that everyone should follow?
Either included or point to a published mock-up, right? I mean,
Yeah,
Okay,
because
no, yeah,
I frequently use existing DMTF mockups as my test vehicle.
okay. So we'll say running the mockups is required, and pointing to the running the in-op validator is required. Pointing to the mockup that you used
And
is required.
and then putting the report in the pull request and explaining why something's failed, because yeah, the mockup can be wrong and not support the profile. You could say, hey, we have this property in the profile, it's not in the mockup, so this is a valid failure because we need this supported by the device.
So from as an educational and guidance tool, should we make sure that there is a mock-up that passes all the requirements?
That might be feedback to DMTF to say, hey,
Well,
OCP
again,
came out with this profile, please update your public mockup to reflect the requirements of it.
yeah. Well, again, if you're providing a mock-up or pointing to one,
Mhm.
but yeah, it would be good for us to have a mock-up that actually passes the profile, right? I mean, yeah,
Oh
but
yeah.
that's probably not a requirement for
I'm
accepting.
I'm I'm actually of the opposite opinion. I like seeing the failures to make sure that things are flagged.
No, I understand. Yeah, no, I understand that, Mike. But from a if somebody is going to go implement from the mock-up, we'd like them to take the mock-up as a hey, you make sure your product looks like this.
People implement from the mockup? You must be kidding.
I can't.
Can't imagine. Okay.
I've
Right.
heard of it. Although one could also claim like, well, but that's the whole point of the profile document is to give you that same list, right? So
Right. Okay. So that's the process change we'll make. I'll bring that up to the hardware management project and tell them, future um, profiles will go through the same process. Okay. Um, okay. So that's what needs to be done, right? So the workstream's approved profile, and once it gets to hardware management just wants to make sure the profile and the mockup exists, and that the run has and the interrupt um, report is in place, and then hardware management can sign it off for contribution into the steering committee. Agreed? Okay,
Mhm.
good. That's a far better process than we have now. Okay, I think I am done then. Um, unless you guys want to report out on when you guys want to go to your work streams.
Yeah, I still have some homework I want to do just for documentation's sake. Um, I mean, at the let's try to get things approved sooner than later, and then any sort of cleanup could be done as an errata release.
Okay,
We've been
Yeah.
sitting on these profiles for a while, and I have people who are very, very interested in pointing to them in a more formal manner.
right. Right. Okay then. In that case, I am done, guys.
Okay.
Thank you for attending.
Hold on. Yeah, John. Yeah, John.
Nope.
So on the who who was taking the action to get because for Rack and Power we have two profiles, right? We have PowerShelf.
Mhm.
Mike, is that right? We have a
PowerShelf,
Yeah.
Rack PDU, and for the Power Workstream. Yeah, we have two profiles today.
Okay. Who had the action to take those to the
I,
Rack?
I think I think that was me.
That was you? Okay. For both of them?
Yes, because I think the way John divvied up the work was just having one person speak to the entire work stream.
That would be better.
Yeah.
And who's taking Nick to Nick? John, was that you?
Um,
I thought you took that, Jeff.
yeah, I thought you did, or you
Oh,
were going
okay.
to.
Sure.
Okay, and I'll go write a process diagram. So when you go in, you can explain to them what the process for us to approve a profile is, and cycling it to them is necessary. Because I don't think we've gone through, besides the server project, where we haven't gone to a lot of other work streams to get them their approval. So they'd like to know. I like them to know where they are in the process. That,
Yeah.
okay, I'll get that done today, so you guys can
Yeah.
have it in your back pocket.
At the end.
Okay, anything else? Okay, thank you, guys.
Thanks.
All right, thanks,
Thanks.
John.
Bye.
Y'all.
All right.